So to have customer to use this client, we have to do the following. So inside of the customer, so customer microservice in here, open up the pom.xml, and we need to include the dependency. So this will be a dependency, and the artifact will be clients, and this is from com.amigos code, and then snapshot, and also let's define the scope, and this will be compile. Now this right here is the version that you see in here. So this version right here. So obviously there are better ways of doing this, but for now, this is the simplest way for you to get this up and running. So now inside of customer, so customer, open up Java, and inside of the main class, so customer application, we have to do a few things. So one, we have to say that we want to enable, so at enable, and then Fei, and then clients. And remember, we added the Fei artifact to all microservices. So here inside, we also have to specify the base and then package. So this is because the client lives in a different package. And this is from com.amigoscode. And then client. And IntelliJ doesn't seem to resolve this package. So let me just reload in here. And still doesn't, and that's because, so src main Java, so this is clients in here, so it should be clients and not client. So you can see that now it works. So now let's open up the customer service in here, and what we can do is, so within this class we can basically say private final and then fraud client, so we can inject it. And now instead of doing all of this, we can just say, so in here, if I put this full screen, just like that, so I can say fraud client dot, and then is fraudster right here. And then all I need is to pass the customer dot get ID. There we go. And this will give me the fraud response in here. So fraud response. So I'm just going to leave things the same. And now I'm going to basically delete all of this. And there we go. So if I put this on a new line, just like that, and this is giving me an error, and that's because, we no longer need this class. So let's just delete this class called fraud check response within the customer microservice. So let's just delete anyways. And here I can import the one from our clients module. There we go. And you can see that this now works. So this is beautiful stuff. So if I open up fraud in here, so fraud Java, and then in here we can also get rid of this class right here because we don't want to have duplicates. So let's just get rid of that. And then within fraud controller, this still red, and that's because we need to import. So let's just open up the POM for customer. Let's take this, Command C, and then within POM for fraud, let's paste it within dependencies, and then go back to fraud controller, and then I need to reload Maven. There we go. Now I should be able to import this. So import class, and you can see that this now it's much better and neater, right? So we removed duplication around, and now we have one single place where we can have all the clients and all the models in here can be referenced throughout all microservices. And if any microservice wants to use this API or this client, they just have to include the module and then invoke it instead of duplicating code as we had before. Next, let's go ahead and test all of these changes.